Yeah, my name is Gerlach. I have been attending Sojourn for about a year and a half, and I am a biblical counselor here. I grew up in Colombia, South America, and in Colombia, everybody's Catholic. I think it's just assumed you're born there, you're going to be Catholic, or at least that's how it was when I was growing up. And we went to Catholic school, and we went to Catholic Mass, and for me, it was just something you did. These are the things that you do. And as I grew up and became interested in science, I found a little bit of a rub between the things that I was hearing at school or at church and the things that I was learning in science class. And in trying to reconcile that, I found some conflict, not so much with what God had to say, because I wasn't necessarily reading my Bible at that point, but with how other believers reacted to my questions. I wasn't necessarily allowed to ask the questions, or I was judged for having questions or doubts. And so at that point, I decided maybe it wasn't such a good fit for me to be a Christian, a Catholic person, and I just walked away from that altogether. For decades, I went on to college and became a geologist and a geographer and did all the science things. And then, much later on in life, well, about 8 years ago, I was at a crisis moment in life, and my sister invited me to church with her, and I wasn't interested. I really was not searching, at least not that I knew. But I went to church with her, and when worship started, the people at this church were so passionate and so into it, and it was so foreign to me, but it sparked curiosity in me. Like, what is going on here? What do these people know that I don't know, I guess, was the question. And over the course of really the next couple of weeks, I became a searcher, and I started talking to people, and I started listening to podcasts, and eventually I thought, well, maybe there is something to this, and my life's already a mess. What worse? How much worse could it be? I'm gonna see. The Gospel of John, when he calls some of the disciples, they say, "Come and see." And I feel like that was my attitude toward Christianity, is I'm going to come and see. And it was never the same. Different person, different life, different. The gospel really does change everything. I do believe that we are always on mission. When Pastor Matt talks about we're always on mission, I do believe that to be true. And for me personally, my biggest mission field is my home. But at work, I always have the opportunity to respond differently. So I'm not necessarily evangelizing in a way that, but more by letting it be known what my faith is, and then acting on it to the best of my ability, or having the humility to say, hey, I'm sorry, that the way I responded to that wasn't right, will you forgive me? Or not entering into the office gossip, just being the light. There's times when I'm sitting in counseling and listening to the situation, and sometimes the mess is so big and so deep, and the pain is so great that you don't know. I'll sit there and I'll think, Lord, I have nothing to offer this person, and if you don't show up, this is not gonna work. That's what I do. We pray. there's times when I will just pray in my head and ask for God to show up. And there's times when I'll pray out loud. And He always shows up. Always shows up. I haven't been out there once when He didn't. And it's that faithfulness to show up and to give me what I need to help the hurting person in front of me that keeps me going. Because I can't possibly, as a human, know how to address every pain or every hurt or every question, but I know that God's going to have my back and their back, that He's going to meet us and give us what we need in that moment.